Hey guys, welcome back to Homestead Prepping and Survival. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 more bags of layer pellets. Completely filled both cans. The yellow one, I had only used a couple buckets out of it, but it managed to hold a half a bag, and I got 3.5 bags in the bigger can here. And I got 4 eggs for today, 1 from the teenager adults and then 3 from the older hens. So still waiting on that. But I didn't know, made 2 mistakes. One is didn't realize that buying that hay and telling him to put it inside would make the mess it made. Oh my goodness, hay everywhere. So I had to clean a bunch of that out. It'll still need a much better cleaning. And then the second thing, that stuff, I can't find alfalfa hay. That's what I wanted, because that's what breeding female rabbits need, or are supposed to be good for them. So I did not have, or they didn't have any. So I just got regular hay. And some of the research I've done says just rake up some of your grass clippings when you cut your grass, and they'll eat that. And I guess that's true, because I see rabbits out in my yard every day eating the grass. So I could do that to help supplement the feed that I've got for the rabbits once I get some. But I'm not going to run all over South Georgia trying to find some alfalfa hay. But I was going to do 2 things with the hay. One was fill up the nesting boxes, which you see the girls are up there raking it out. And I packed it in heavy and threw some on the ground. Same way in the adult teenagers over here. I've packed their 3 nesting boxes full and threw a little on the ground. And I have not given any to the babies over here. I may grab a handful and walk in there and throw it on the ground for them, but they're not, there's too many of them. I mean, I know it'll just go to waste if I throw it in there. The adults will eat it. I don't know that the babies will yet. They probably will. But anyway, 4 bags of layer pellets and a big square bale of regular hay. So I am back fully stocked again. I've got to get my truck moved and parked and get the trash taken out of it and get those empty bags and put in the dumpster. Our dumpster day, our hobo day, is tomorrow. So I need to get it to the road so that they'll dump it. And I don't take it but every 3 or 4 weeks. I just don't have that much trash. But if I had a burn barrel and had time to burn it, all these bags and stuff could go in the burn barrel, but it's fine. Sparky's feed is full still. His water, I'm gonna go up there and wash it once I get through with this, and refill his water with fresh clean water. So just wanted to do a quick update. You know, I know prices of things have gotten a lot higher and are still going up. From what I heard this morning, they're expecting fuel prices to continue coming down slowly until we get into winter. So that's a good thing. That actually makes me want to go buy a few more cans and store a little bit more while I can get it cheaper. But in the rush to get more more fuel stored, I did not buy the ethanol free fuel like I normally do. So I'm thinking, while the prices are down, I'll fill up my truck with a lot of the fuel that I've got, and then take those cans and fill them up with the ethanol free fuel to get me back to no ethanol. And you know, that stuff's gonna last a whole lot longer. So anyway, all right, well, I'm gonna do a quick edit here. You see what I used, 25 gallons. Now, it took about 2 gallons to fill the generator back up, which is exactly what I expected. So I filled the generator first, and then I filled the back tank, which on this truck I always run it empty gauge doesn't work on the back, so I drive it till it's empty and then use the front tank. So I filled the back tank, which will hold about 17.5 gallons. So roughly there's 17 there. And then I finished filling up the front tank, which is the same size tank, 17.5 gallons, but it had slightly over half a tank. So whatever that comes to, that's what I used. The front tank, the needle's right at the full mark, so I probably could have put another 2 or 3 at the most in it. But when you're using a siphon hose or pump like I'm doing, it's not an automatic gas pump, so it's not going to turn off when your tank's full. And I've ran it over once or twice. I don't want to do that. I don't want to waste gas. So that's what I did. I filled it up right to the edge of the full mark, and the back tank is same way. And that'll give me those 25-gallon cans that I can take and fill with non-ethanol fuel, and then I'll put my stable in it and of course rotate it down. These cans will come down to this end and the non-ethanol will go at that end, and then I'll just keep my normal rotation through. So I'll get back to where I need to be. But lawnmower's already full to the brim. Generator is actually fuller than it was when I filled it up last time. I filled it right to the brim of it. The tiller is full. This mower is actually full, but I never use it. So it's done pretty good. 25 gallons, and right now gas in Americus is about $2.97, which is, you know, hey, we're celebrating $2.97, but the last presidency it was $1 cheaper. Actually more than $1. Down here it's like $1.79. So just saying, you ever noticed how fuel prices come down right before a major election? Wonder why. Now these little hard-headed chickens, get up on the roost. If I pick her up, which I'm going to do, say she lets me hold her, I'm going to take her and set her right here on the roost. Sorry, I had to use both hands. The rest of them will get their butts up on the roost. Come on. Come on. Thank you. Going around. Come on. Y'all go get on the roost. Go. Last night it was completely dark. They'll get up there now that she's on the roost, though. That's why I opened the door while I was letting one of the cans siphon in. Dang it, excuse me. Well, they raked a little bit of straw out. It's all over the floor, so maybe they'll leave it alone. All over the ground. This one's the same way. Put a little on the ground. Anywho, y'all get on up on the roost. Come on. Come on. Go on. They just, I don't know whether they just hard-headed or don't like roosting. Maybe it's the breed. I don't know. Most of the black and gray ones, whatever, I can't remember what they're called, will go to the roost, whether I come out here and make them or not. But the gray ones, over half of them, at least 7 out of 10, will nest right down there at where the door closes. So either way, just showing y'all, rotating my fuel. So in the either this week or next week, because, you know, from what I'm hearing on my news sources, which is people I follow on YouTube, are telling me that fuel prices are expected to continue to fall for the next month or two, at least through the election. And like I said, isn't it funny how it seems like what everybody complains about the most seems to get better right before an election? I'm sure that's just a pure coincidence. Don't y'all think so? I mean, it's not the Democrats' fault or the Republicans' fault or the liberals' fault. It just happens that way. Y'all, Lord have mercy, don't get me started. Let me just shut up. They're on the roof. They'll stay up there now. She'll just get up there and sit down. She don't fuss. The rest of them gotta bicker and step on each other and move around. They all want to be on top of each other. Anyway, it is just about completely dark now. I've got the light on so y'all can see a little better. But I already checked on Sparky's feeder, and I washed his water and filled it up with fresh water. Moved my Ford back here, filled up the back tank, finished filling up the front tank, filled up the generator. Like I say, ran 6 hours and used about 2 gallons, which is exactly what I expected. So I use about roughly 3/4 of a gallon for every 2 hours. It's not bad. It's probably going to be a little less than that, but a good way to figure it is a gallon every 3 hours, so 2/3 of a gallon for 2 hours. It's not bad. And when I get these cans filled back up, the mower's got its fuel, the generator and all that's got its fuel filled, and these cans are full now. There's 40 gallons still there, so, or 35, and then 25 here on the back of the truck. So I'll be back to where I want to be, but for right now, the fuel didn't go anywhere. It's right here in these 2 tanks, so I can always siphon out of this truck if I need to. So let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, and the 2 2.5s are 25. So I've got 25 gallons of gas to buy, and it's going to be the non-ethanol is the plan. I hope y'all are doing the same thing. Please make sure you do put some kind of fuel stabilizer in your fuel or your gas to help it last longer. And if you keep it mixed well along with that, you'll get a longer shelf life out of it. But anywho, just wanted to do a quick update. I'm going to throw this in the middle of the video I did a little while ago, and we'll continue with our normally scheduled programming. Y'all have a great night. I do appreciate all of you that have subscribed to the channel and watched the videos. It means a whole lot. I appreciate y'all supporting me in that way. It means a lot to me and my family, and I thank y'all very much for it. And if you have not already subscribed, what are you waiting on? It doesn't cost you anything. Just click the subscribe button, and if you want to do a little extra, hit that thumbs up to show YouTube that you like the video content, and it helps me grow. I really do appreciate y'all. So y'all remember what I always tell you: Jesus loves you, and so do I. Y'all be safe and be prepared.